Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and today we got the Bally Plus Kraken clone, right? And I thought I'd give the Kraken another chance. I've given it, well, I did give it a little bit of a tune, but I ended up kind of damaging the washers in the process. It still sounds a little alright, but my play is at the moment a bit crazy, because one of them is meh, and the other one is on like Prisma washers or something. Like used Prisma washers as well, so that handle has a lot of play. But overall, I've noticed that this Bally song with the Bally Plus hardware is a bit lube hungry. But overall, the hardware is really good quality, the T10. It's really solid, and I do think that this is probably worth the 45 quid or whatever it is that it's on sale for. Link in the description, right? So 50, 60 bucks. I do think if you prefer a more neutral flipping experience, the Kraken really is the way to go, right? Okay, I can't flip apparently. Have I been picking it up loads lately? Maybe not as of late, but when... but I do pick it up still a fair bit often. It's definitely one of the better Bally songs for learning tricks on. Ooh. And I have dulled it, so it's now no longer sharp. I just, this was already going to be something that I really only wanted for learning, right? And just for kind of flipping every once in a while. It's not going to be like a crazy flipper. I mean, it's aluminium at the end of the day. But, it does pretty much everything. It's pretty neutral in its balance. It's a light handle bias, and you can definitely feel it in like fans, right? You can definitely feel the light handle bias. But it is still a very, very good flipper. It is a V2.5 clone, right? So it's got the worst jimping. But the handles do feel really good. The cutouts here are really grippy. I really do enjoy them. I do think the tactile feel of this Bally song is also pretty decent. Messed up the helix, but is what it is. There we go. Yeah, I do think that's a really fabulous Bally song to be flipping. So, do I recommend it? Yes, for sure. It's not a review here. It's kind of just more thoughts on it. But so far, I am enjoying it. I think with the stock tune, it's fine. You're more likely to get oversized bushings, which I do like. However, the extra bushings, I think one was oversized and one is undersized. And so there is that kind of situation. But I will say the blade is not necessarily equal on both sides. And so that's kind of where my problem was. The surface grinding of Bally Plus stuff isn't fantastic. But I will say the DLC coating on the blade is still pretty good. It's wearing off a little bit in certain spots, where I'm not sure, it's just like contact or something. But other than that, I think overall, the Zempin areas, like there and there. But I mean, that's expected with any kind of knife, really. And I guess the Zempins also have extra wear on them. But other than that, it's held up pretty well. 70-75 aluminium. I've been dropping it every once in a while. Other than the dirt, you'll have to excuse the dirt if there is any. It's held up pretty decently. It still looks absolutely fantastic. I think that's the only little scuff there. I do think the purple on this is nicer than the actual squid purple. It's a bit richer in purple. It's a bit more of a royal purple color than the standard squid. A bit more magenta-y kind of purple. And it does flow really well. It does give me very much Kraken vibes. It's probably the best Kraken clone that there is out there at the moment, in terms of a live blade or a false edge trainer. If you want the trainer, I still do recommend the Arm Shark. And if you wanted to know, yes, the Arm Shark handles do fit on this blade, but there is a bit more handle gap. And so I would recommend get the Silver Tanto if you wanted to do that. So inked is still going to be a bit unfortunate. However, Bally Plus now has kind of reds, teals, inked buoys, and Tantos, and also the standard machine finish, or satin as Squid called it, blade profiles as well. Which so you can now basically make whatever color Kraken you want. I guess they don't have the gold, but you can get the Arm Shark handles for that. So if you have both, I think it's cool to experiment with them. As far as I know, real Kraken hardware does fit in here. I think all they've done is just upgraded to T10. This extra spine bit here is nicely crowned. Actually, the whole spine of the blade here is crowned, except the dip there in the blade. And it's a very, very... You know what? I do like the design of the Kraken. But I will say, is it my favorite flipper? No. It is still quite a boring balisong to flip. But it does do everything, right? It does a bit of everything. Which is why I wanted the Kraken as like a learning balisong, because it does do most tricks pretty effortlessly as long as you have like a basic understanding of them. However, one thing I did notice is like, okay, I've been flipping a lot of thinner balisongs lately, especially like the Seraph and the Tsunami clone, which have, you know, smaller feeling handles, and it does make the Kraken feel a bit chunky. You know, it really does add some heft. Not heft, but like just some blockiness, right? Because obviously the handles are quite thick. I mean, they're standard size, but they are like, you know, fairly beefy. The only thing that I have noticeably larger would be my Monarch clone. It's really cold, so fingers aren't as dexterous as I'd like them to be. But overall, yeah, I think this is a fantastic clone for $50. Handles are really comfortable. They're more rounded than the Prisma, which is nice. I think this feels a bit nicer in the hand than the Prisma, even though the Prisma has a softer feel. This reminds me of some of the other Skid clones I have. They feel just a little hard, like in the hand. Oh, and I think that's one of my screws coming undone. But I mean, overall, even with this terrible sound test there, okay, so one of the screws is loose. It doesn't have tap. It has some serious play, but it doesn't have crazy play in the unboxing. And I do have a sound test of when I did have it at a much better tune. I just took it apart. Was trying to test out, trying to fit this blade on the Armor Shark handles. Didn't work out. It doesn't fit, by the way, and I put it back together wrong. And yeah, I basically just ruined some washers and a bit of the hardware as well. It's not where I'd like it to be. It's still usable. It still looks pretty decent, but could be better. Yeah, I will say Bally Plus's like machining isn't like fantastic. However, I will say in terms of the actual handles themselves, machining line wise, it's definitely cleaner than the Arm Shark, at least when I had my Arm Shark. So I guess maybe they have prettier machines, like machines that make prettier finishes, but I guess they're just not as necessarily accurate or precise. Yeah, but I believe real Kraken hardware should fit, so if you want better hardware, get real Kraken hardware. I don't think this hardware needs to be replaced, maybe except the washers. The washers aren't fantastic stock. They do fit standard size washers, but they're a bit like wider, right? So I would recommend just getting some proper Kraken washers. But overall, I think this thing is absolutely beautiful. I think maybe the only alternative option for me would have been an acid wash blade. But I think for now, I'm quite enjoying this guy here. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions about the Bally Plus Kraken, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Yeah, I think we've got some cool stuff on the way for the channel, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. You know, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and check out the description for members and stuff like that. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.